there, it's me, the Zen Mommy, and I'm here to help you with your spiritual awakening and guiding you through the healing of the mind, body, and soul. Today, I want to talk about redemption, okay? So, I'm going to sit here and have a little conversation about something that's on my mind. And okay, I'm not gonna lie. This time I have some notes, and usually I just turn on the camera. I have a subject that comes to me, and I kind of just go with it. Well, this subject came to me, and the other day, and it helped me in a profound way with something I was dealing with. And I thought I need to put this subject on video, and I need to share how I see this and how it can totally help you. And so I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna have a little talk. I have some notes here. Okay. Basically, I kind of wanted to get some basic definitions down so we could all understand this together. Okay. All right. So subject redemption. Okay. Growing up in Christianity, as we all know, that's my background. Being redeemed was associated with religion, with being saved from your past sins. I've been redeemed. I love the Lord. He's wiped away my past sins, okay? Now, I'm going to give you the definition that I found on Google and Urban Dictionary of what redemption means, and that's what I wrote down. Okay, redemption, the action of saving or being saved, okay? Um, they're saying from sin, okay? It's also the action of regaining possession of something, okay? And the one I found in the Urban Dictionary is to reclaim what is taken, okay? All right, so let's just get that out there. That's the definitions we have. So everybody associates, especially with Christianity, redeeming is I'm being redeemed for something I did wrong, for something bad because I'm a sinner, okay? So today we want to talk about you being redeemed, not from something that makes you feel bad about yourself, but being redeemed in the form of reclaiming something that's taken from you. Okay? So when I talk about redemption in the definition and in the way I'm going to say it, I'm talking about redemption from pain, redemption from emotion, redemption from a sense of restriction, redemption from a sense of control, a redemption from anything that frustrates you or that creates a negative emotion within you. And as we know, negative emotions, energy. See, a negative emotion, a painful emotion, a heartbreak, a jealousy, anything that keeps you in a negative emotion, maybe you're in a situation, a relationship, or a friendship with somebody that's hurting you. See, anytime you're with somebody or someone close to you, friend, family member, coworker. It could be your job. Okay, you could be going to job and you get negative emotions because of the people you work with or the situation that you're in. Okay, so these negative emotions are of a lower vibration. So when you're dealing with a negative emotion and it's coming up, you have to understand that the negative emotion is now affecting your energy field, your auric field. And see, we're trying to vibrate as dimensional, as spiritual beings. We're trying to vibrate at a higher frequency. So, but in order to do that, to those two frequencies, they they don't match. They can't come up. So when they're in the same aura, it's more likely that the negative emotion will start to bring you down. So now these negative emotions will actually, stunt your growth, your spiritual growth or whatnot. It can put you in a situation for longer than you should be in, that you're dealing with something that you don't need to be dealing with, but you're dealing with it like you're dealing with something that, let's just say, a restrictive emotion. We'll talk about how, I was raised in this Christian church, and it was very controlling. It was a lot of things I could not do. And because I built that into my belief system, I believed that I couldn't date anyone outside the church. I couldn't go out. I couldn't wear earrings. I couldn't wear certain types of clothes. I couldn't wear sleeveless shirts. Okay? So I was, in a sense, restricted. Of course, I love the Lord. If this is what I had to do to be saved, I was willing to do it, right? But there was a part of me that was restricted. There was a part of me that was no longer mine. Okay, I had given myself up for control of something else. And so redeeming yourself is about freedom. It's about breaking free from something that is like something that I want to say controlling you, and it's not really the outside thing that it's controlling you. It is actually you, because the thing is, at any time I could have just walked away from church and be like, okay, I don't want to be a part of that. I want to live my life. I want to do whatever I want. I want to be happy for Simone. Okay, you know, that is what redeemed me. Like that freedom of finally making that decision to walk away from something that's making you not feel good about yourself. You know, for instance, this week I've been going through this situation, okay, with my job and a couple other things, and I'm not gonna. I know I usually open up and go out to detail. I'm not gonna go into all the detail of this right now because some of the things are sensitive. But I was going through something, and I didn't know, quite how to handle it. But this thing that I'm going through, it kept bringing up. Like even when I was doing, I'll have these moments where I have this moment of clarity. I've been meditating. I feel so good. And then I have this one situation that I keep walking into. And when I walk into, a negative emotion arises. And all I can think is, as long as I'm dealing with the situation, when I look off into the future of this timeline, I see this negative emotion continuing to arise. But for whatever reason, I was staying in this timeline with this negative emotion. And when I say for whatever reason, let's just say it has to do with my job. It has to do with, let's just say it has to do with my job and several other things. And some of the reasons why I keep telling myself I can't walk away is because, okay, maybe because the job that I work for, I work for someone that's close to me. And maybe because a family situation is also involved in this situation. So I give myself all of these excuses why I have to stay in this situation. Okay, I'm not being completely clear, and that's not the point to understand the situation right now. But let's just understand there's something that I'm not walking away from because I have ties there that are holding me. Okay, now those ties that are holding me, I feel like I can't do it because if I just walk away from my job, I won't have money. Let's just say I won't have any money if I just walk away from my job today. And how I'm going to take care of myself. I haven't really started my practice. How am I going to do this, right? But there's this negative emotion. And I see that this emotion that keeps arising with me, it's not making me feel good about myself. And so it comes to a moment where I decide all of these ties that I feel like I have to be here, how about I just cut those ties? Do you know once I cut those ties, walk away, let go, and trust the universe? That is freedom right there. And when that came to me, the word redemption in this form of redeeming yourself, taking back what's yours, taking back feeling frustrated, taking back that sense of restriction and control, taking it back. From that moment, when that came to me, I was just like, you know what? This negative emotion doesn't have to be here. I can cut all of those ties right now. Yes, it's going to be scary to cut those ties. Yes, when cutting those ties, I may not have a job for a while. I may not have an income for a while. But you know what? If I feel like this, like I mentioned, we are higher I keep wanting to say dimensional for some reason. We are higher vibrational beings. We vibrate at a certain rate. It comes to a point in your spiritual awakening, okay? And I kind of want to call it your spiritual awakening salvation. It comes to a point where you need to, it comes to a point where you're starting to make a shift, okay? It's really obvious for me in my life that there's a shift happening right now. And of course, this is a world of choice, a world of options. And I can choose to not take this shift, okay? And I can stay here and just keep getting focused with this lower vibrational, this negative emotions I'm feeling that this situation is bringing on. Or I can step out on faith, okay? Sometimes we have to realize we're a spiritual being, okay? Number one, I always say this, we create our reality. Number two, we have divine presence on our side. The universe is working with us. I believe that long as we do what's right for us, we do what's right, follow our divine guidance, and stay away like a negative energy like that. I can't say this enough. Getting rid of a negative energy like that, something that is going to affect you in your timeline, something that's stopping you from a certain type of shift, getting rid of it it's like a great, it would be a great, I can't think of the word. It would be a great sense of relief, and it'll be a sense of growth, a sense of cleaning out, per se, the closet, and having this open space to have more room for whatever your divine guidance is leading you to, more room for this next shift. I truly believe, like, with this awakening that's happening, there is a paradigm shift. There is a shift in consciousness right now, and a lot of us are being called to this shift. And it's one thing is you wake up and you still got to deal with everyday life. You also got to deal with old programs and emotions. But now those things are going to come up, but there are some things that we can control, is what I'm trying to say. So say you're in turmoil over a relationship. You're with somebody. Okay, this is just an example. You're with somebody, maybe you've been with them for a long time, and you have a sense of security, a sense of comfort, but something doesn't feel right. You're having problems. You're getting faced with some negative emotions, and every time you get into it, it's holding you back. Okay, and so say you just wake up one day and say, I'm leaving this relationship. I need to look out for me. That right there is redemption. Okay, that's redemption. Let's say somebody is using you or bothering you, or you have like someone who's like an energetic vampire in your life, and you're being nice, but you notice that they're just taking advantage. Okay, redemption is not sitting there feeling controlled, feeling frustrated. Redemption is saying no. Okay, I've had enough. Okay, I'm looking out for Simone right now. I'm walking away from this situation because I'm not going to put myself in this lower vibration. So what I'm trying to say now, I feel like the universe is calling me right now to deal with certain things, and to realize that, okay, yeah, I may need this job, I may need this money, but let me tell you something. I am more important than that. I know I'm a divine being, okay? I know that the universe is going to take care of me. I have, having faith, stepping out into faith, trusting the universe, letting go. It's the end of the year, and it doesn't surprise me that's coming up for me a lot. Letting go of attachments that are no longer serving me. And so that was one of the things I wanted to talk about, redemption, okay? I just wanted to put that out there in everybody's mind is, it's time to start letting go of these attachments. It's time to start thinking about what is causing us pain, what is causing us a sense of restriction, what is causing us a sense of control. Let me tell you something. The most redeeming thing for me right now is to be right on this camera talking to you. You understand why? Because in the church I grew up in, it was all about a sense of control. Getting up here, like, it was to the point where the fear was put into me, like, if I ever talk about my experience when I leave, if I go to another church, if I get married, if I have a kid, I always thought that I would never have a chance. But to break away and be like, I don't care what you think, okay? I don't care if you think I'm going to hell. I am doing this for me and my happiness and my peace. See, once you start to seek yourself, it will totally, it'll help guide you to break in those belief systems. To see, these systems are in place really pretty much to control us. Everything in this world, in this collective conscious, is all about control. So this awakening is about calling out to our true selves and becoming our true authentic self, our best version. And let me tell you, that true self, that's a free being, that's a free spirit. And if that's what you want to do, then you need to redeem yourself today. All right, thank you for watching. Peace and love. Namaste.